Okay, guys, what is up? I am back. I am back from my trip out to Colorado, and man, that was incredible. That was awesome. It was humbling. Um, Went snowboarding for the first time since high school. Never been on snowboarding. I went skiing the first time. Tried snowboarding this time. My friends are big snowboarders, and dang, you want to get humbled really quick. Be eating a face full of snow while a group of 6 and 7 year old kids are just gliding past you like it's nothing. Like they do this every single day, which they probably do, but still, you're sitting there eating snow, and then these 6 and 7 year old kids are just going past you like it's nothing, waving at you while you're on the ground, sitting there fighting, trying to fight all the snow out of your goggles, and sitting there having a little snack of snow, not yellow, thank goodness, and they're just waving at you, laughing and just going on. They weren't laughing, but they were very nice. They were much better than I ever was. So good on them. They killed it. I did not. I just kept over and over again down. So anyone out there that can snowboard, if you can ski, shout out to you. This is my energy drink we're starting for today, but shout out to you. Cheers for anyone that can do that, because that's incredible. Because I cannot. I'm sitting there freaking out that I'm going way too fast at different points and just flying, man. I am flying down the mountain. And not in a good way, mind you. I am not in control. I am flying down this mountain. And you have that realization, if you've seen the Mighty Ducks, where the one kid that can just fly down the ice, is the fastest kid on the ice. His only defect, he can't stop. That's me. I just kind of got going. I found my balance. Next thing you know, we're just going down this mountain and we are killing it because that's what we do. And then you realize, oh, this is going a little too fast. I'm not supposed to be up this long. I should have bailed out 20 to 30 yards ago. We're just going down now, and I don't know how to stop this thing. And boom, we try to stop, and instead we Superman down the mountain and land hard. So, there was no wind left in me. I was out. I was just kind of laying there on the mountain, just kind of rethinking my life choices in that moment. My friends came up to me like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "If I didn't hear my lungs, I'd scream at you." Straight out wedding crash. I didn't say that. They were great. It was all me. I got going too fast, and then the realization of, oh yeah, it's actually not good that you've been up this long without falling, because now you have to eventually figure out how you're going to stop yourself before you crash into the parking lot and get ran over. So that was that. It was great. I am sore as hell today though, so I think today is just going to be a simple. This is just going to be it. This is going to be me chatting with you guys, saying I'm back. I'm going to go try to walk it out because I was bailing out. My knees are killing me. There's no major injury. I didn't get any major injuries, thank goodness, doing this. I could have. Don't get me wrong. I very well could have. It was a couple of those falls they were rough, especially that one where I really Superman and just went like flying, 10 feet straight in the air down the mountain. I wasn't in 10 feet in the air, but it was like, it kind of was, and then you just go crashing down. That one hurt. That one, again, I had to rethink my life choice and just lay there for a little while, and it was like, go around. I'm just going to be laying here. And, the 6 and 7 year old kids are like, okay, well, we'll see you later. We don't do that because we're normal. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. So, I got destroyed. My hips are on fire. My glutes are on fire. Part of it, I think, is because of the stance, and part of it is because I was falling on it. So it's double soreness of literally using muscles in a way that you're not consistently using or used to using. And then also, when you also fall on them directly, it's the, double-edged sword there. We're just taking pain from both sides. So that's where we're at for this one. I ate a bit on the trip, particularly over the weekend on Saturday. Really just kind of let myself have some fun. Didn't really think about it. Did some snacking and stuff like that throughout the trip. Got back late last night, so that's another reason I don't want to really take you guys on a big training session today. I want to kind of keep this a little shorter video just to kind of tell you guys where I'm at. And then I had a Chipotle burrito, and I might eat some of that today. I'm going to update my weight. Didn't get as low as I wanted to last week. Kind of went back this week. So this week I'm going to really try to drive down. I do have a couple other videos coming up. We do eat some Easter candy. I know Easter candy on a video. That'll be for the other channel, which I'm also really trying to build up right now. And that's going to be a lot more of my, I think I'm just going to turn that into my fun foods channel. And if I do travel anywhere fun, wow, Colorado could have vlogged that. But I was going to be on the mountain the whole time and with friends, so I didn't necessarily want to be shoving a camera in their face the entire time. But yeah, that's going to be probably more for like actual, pretty much everything's good on that. It could be food related, and then maybe, some trips or some fun adventures that I get to go on, stuff like that. Well, this one's going to be, more following the fitness stuff that we're going to be doing, like losing that weight. But yeah, a lot of these, especially as we get going deeper in this, guys, I'm going to be like the realest and most honest with you I can with all this. Not only about how I'm feeling, but to anyone that really wants to do an aggressive cut, the fact of the matter is you're going to have to eat really low calories. You're going to have to get insanely low, especially the quicker you want to do it. If you're trying to lose, on the average bodybuilding prep or something like that, a lot of those people, they're already sitting there at what? Like out of shape, the average person that doesn't go insane with it is probably sitting there. They're probably guys close to like what? Maybe 10 to 20 pounds on average at the most above stage weight, right? So they can sit there and truly cut down on a 12 to 16 week cut and go incredibly slow. So they're coming in like that. For someone that's like, hey, I want to do that same thing, but I'm 40 to 50 pounds or even more above that, and I want to do that in the same amount of time, you have to get way more aggressive with that, and you're going to have to become a lot more, extreme. You're going to have to probably do some water fasts, which again, I've said I'm going to do that. And I'm not advising anyone to do that, but I'm just trying to tell you that for people that do aggressive cuts, this is the stuff they're doing. They're not sitting there, well, I'm weighing out and I'm making sure. If you're doing a super aggressive cut, you're not getting all your protein in. There's no way, even if you're doing carnivore, even if someone's doing straight up carnivore and protein shakes, and they're saying the only thing I'm literally intaking is literally like, theoretically protein. And whatever fats probably are also going to be absorbed in that, maybe a little bit of carbs if you're doing like protein shakes that have, sugar in them. Like, was that dextrose, basically the carbs for your post workout. And pretty much, even if they're doing that, they're probably honestly not hitting their protein goals because they're trying to cut calories so low to do a super mega aggressive cut like this. So I kind of want to, show that for you guys a little bit. People be like, oh, that's, you're going way too low in calories. Some days you're barely even eating, you're straight up water fasting, and other days you're not even hitting 1,000 calories. It's like, that's what some people are doing. I'm not trying to sit there and advise this, and I understand why some people are like, I don't want to put that out there, but that's what we're doing. We're gonna be real. We're gonna sit here and say, no, like, if you're gonna do this and you're wondering why you can't cut weight the way that person is because they're sitting there showing you that they can still eat 2,200 calories on a cut, they're not, because they're not. And you're not going to either if you need to literally cut and get a deficit down to like 14, 15, 1,600 and thinking, well, I can still, so-and-so says they're still eating 2,200 calories on a cut. They're not. They're honestly not, unless they're cutting from 275 pounds to 240 pounds. It's like, okay, maybe, sure, at that point. But if you're someone who's like, I'm trying to cut down to 160, 170 pounds as a guy or a girl that's trying to get down to, 105, 110, it's probably not happening, guys. I'm just being real. It's probably not happening. It's certainly not happening consistently. If they're showing you that, they're probably showing you a heck lot more of a high calorie day. So I just kind of want to be honest with that. And again, this is for a super aggressive cut. You can do it that way, absolutely, and not completely, if people want to say you're going to wreck your metabolism, I think that's kind of overblown. I think you eventually, certain issues can arise, but I think most people, you're going to bounce back your metabolism if you get back to a consistent long-term plan because your body's going to bounce back. It's the constant yo-yo dieting that is going to absolutely be the thing that's going to hurt your metabolism more than getting to some form of maintenance calories and then sitting there from anywhere to 4 to 8 months. And then if you want to play around again. But if you really, truly work, I think people are like, I didn't get my metabolism back. It's like probably because they didn't wait long enough and probably didn't eat at a certain maintenance for a long enough period of time to let them get back to that. But your body's incredibly responsive and going to bounce back. So that's why with this, I want to show that I'm going to get really aggressive with this. And again, I'm not saying anyone out there should do the same thing. What I'm saying is this is what I'm going to do. And I kind of want to talk about it and be honest for other people that are maybe struggling, can't figure out why. It's because some people are going to extremes. And maybe this might be something that might make someone be turned off and say, well, if that's kind of what I have to do to be that extreme with it, I think I'm going to go a different direction, which is great. And you still can do it. But it's more of, I think I'm going to go maybe with a little slower approach because that doesn't look enjoyable and fun, sustain, whatever it is. And then there's some people out there like, oh, that's what it takes. Then that's what I'm going to do. And I think I just kind of want to be honest with that because I think there's so many people that are like, well, I can't say this because someone's going to follow that, or I don't want to do this. And to that, I get why maybe, they're trying to protect people from doing something maybe they shouldn't be, or sending people down a path of, well, I know this person kind of has had issues with, food in the past, and I don't want to send them down a path that's going to make that worse. So we're going to try to stick with that. And that is great. And I think that is wonderful too. I just kind of want to show you what it is that I'm doing, and just kind of show you, like, when people do these aggressive cuts, they're really doing some extreme things. They are doing, and now we're talking about it more. They are doing a lot more fasting and more long-term fasting and stuff like that. And then they're jumping back in. So they're kind of giving themselves 2 days of, yeah, I'm really not going to eat much of anything, because I'm going to really do attempt a 48-hour fast. And then they're not going to try to make that food back up in those 2 days. They're like, okay, now we're going to stick back to the diet, have cut through that plateau, and then keep going. We're not going to try to bounce back up. So anyway, that was a really long way of saying, basically, I want to, do certain things and show you, hey, I had a, really fun Easter video. That was great. Go check it out. I haven't done it yet. When I do. But hey, now I might do a 24-hour fast and then get back on the diet, because one, I don't need to be eating that much. My leptin is doing its job. I'm not hungry. I just ate a bunch of Easter candy. It was all sugar. And I'm not really going to eat a lot over the next 36 hours. And I kind of want to put that out there, not be afraid to say that, to where it's kind of like, oh, you need to jump back on. It's like, there's so many different ways to do this, guys. And the answer is, if you're doing it, all of it works. It will all work. It really will. At the end of the day, if you're doing it long enough and consistent, sticking to it, any diet will work, any workout program will work, anything will work in fitness. The issue is consistency, sticking with it long term. So it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing, it's going to work. So we're going to make this work. We just want to do it a little quicker. For other people, they'd be like, hey, that's a great goal to accomplish by, for 4th of July. They'd be like closer to Halloween or something like that, which is true. We're crazy and we want to get this done fast as possible. So that's the video today. I'm back from Colorado. I got my ass kicked. It hurt, but it was a cool experience, I can say. Shout out to anyone that can snowboard and ski again. You guys are phenomenal. Let's go ahead and keep getting real on this channel. I want to go ahead and do as many fun things as I can, but also show you guys kind of the realities of when you're trying to do a 50-pound cut in basically a 16-week plan. And especially if you start to fall behind, which I'm starting to reach that point, then we kind of have to ramp things up a little bit, while also simultaneously wanting to do some things that might slow down that ramp up. So this is going to be a delicate balance that we're going to try to find, but I really want to do it. And it's kind of going to be a fun, creative way for me to push myself, but then also take you guys behind the scenes of how can someone cut so aggressively, while also sneaking in, videos where he's eating a bunch of Easter candy, or doing the Rock's cheat day or something like that, because he's going to do, the Rock's workout and then throw in, his meal, or eat like the Rock or something around WrestleMania time. Anyway, that stuff will be down the line, but I want to show you guys all that I'm doing, and then, the days when I'm not doing that, how far am I actually pulling back and things like that. So that's what we're going to do. That's what this is going to be. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to go ahead and just try to go get some walking and maybe do some stretching in, nothing crazy. Then I'll be back with a workout video in the next one. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.